In the late 1990s, people living near Cannock Chase started reporting strange encounters with children late at night, but the most disturbing story didn't come from the forest. It came from a quiet neighborhood. Road. A road locals now refuse to drive after midnight. The night it started in 1998, a delivery driver named Daniel Wright was finishing his last route. It was nearly 1:15 a.m. His van was the only vehicle on the road. The streetlights flickered in the fog. As he turned onto Cannock Road, he noticed something strange. Two children were standing beside the road. Alone. At that hour. Something was wrong. They looked about 10 or 11 years old. Both wearing old-fashioned clothes, gray coats and dark shoes. They weren't moving, just standing under the streetlight. Daniel slowed the van and rolled down his window. "Hey, you kids okay? Where are your parents?" The taller child stepped forward. His voice was flat. "We need a ride." Daniel hesitated. "Where to?" The boy pointed toward the dark forest beyond the road. "Home." The first warning, Daniel suddenly felt a strange wave of fear. Something deep inside him said, "Do not let them in." He forced a nervous laugh. "Sorry, kids. I can't take passengers." The smaller child stepped closer to the window. "Please, let us in." Daniel looked down. And his stomach dropped. Child's eyes were completely black. No whites. No pupils. Just black, like empty holes. The smile. Daniel slammed the window shut. The children didn't move. They simply stared at him. Then both of them slowly smiled, not like normal kids. The smile stretched too wide. Too still. The taller one spoke. "Again, you're supposed to help us. The van won't start." Daniel tried to drive away, but the van wouldn't start. The engine kept turning over but refused to ignite. The children slowly walked toward the door. Tap. The smaller one knocked gently on the glass. "Let us in." The rule later. Daniel said something about their voices made him feel dizzy, like he was being pulled toward the door handle. The taller child whispered, "We can't come in unless you invite us." Daniel realized something terrifying. They needed permission. The decision. His hand slowly moved toward the lock. Didn't even realize he was doing it. Something was controlling him. The children were now inches from the window, their black eyes reflecting the streetlight. "Just say we can come inside. Everything will be easier." The escape. Suddenly, Daniel remembered something his grandmother used to say: "Never invite strangers into your vehicle at night." He shouted, "Nitrogen monoxide." The van engine suddenly roared to life. The headlights flickered. Daniel slammed the gas and sped away. In the mirror, he saw the children standing in the road, still smiling, still watching. But that wasn't the end. 3 nights later, Daniel woke up at 2:03 a.m. Someone was knocking on his front door. Slow. Soft. Tap. Tap. He looked through the peephole. 2 children were standing outside. The same gray coats, the same still posture, and the same black eyes. The whisper. The taller child leaned toward the door and whispered loud enough for Daniel to hear. "Through the wood, you let us see where you live. Now you have to let us in." What happened next? Daniel called the police. They arrived within minutes. But when officers opened the door, the children were gone. No footprints. No signs anyone had been there. The other reports over the next decade. Similar reports appeared across the United States, especially near Abilene and along rural highways in Texas. The descriptions were always identical. Children, aged 6 to 14, pale skin, old clothing, Completely black eyes, asking to be invited inside the rule. Everyone. Shares every person who claims to have. Survive the encounter says the same thing. The children. Never enter without permission. They ask. They wait. And they keep asking. The final. Warning people who believe the legends say there is only one rule. If you ever hear a knock late at night and a child's voice says, "Please let us in," do not open the door. Because if you invite them inside, they never leave.